It's time for Dylan and I to explore one of the prettiest places in the world, the Canadian Rockies. Dylan and I decided to do some of the most tough and challenging hikes in Kananaskis country over Memorial Day weekend. See how it went and see if we survived. After getting some much-needed errands done in Calgary, we drove an hour west to go to Kananaskis and the Canadian Rockies to explore one of the most rugged areas in the country. Dylan and I have made it to Kananaskis country, and I could totally be saying that wrong, but I've tried to do my best. This is the area right sort of southeast of Banff, yeah. And we are going to be going on some really hard hikes this weekend with a lot of elevation, and we haven't done a lot of hiking lately, so we're going to see how this goes. But right now, it's after work, and we are going to do an easy-ish hike, 2 miles, 500 feet, so not too bad, to Grassy Lakes. There's 2 directions. We're going to take the interpretive trail. Despite gaining some elevation, Grassy Lakes is one of the most family-friendly and easy trails in Kananaskis because a lot of the trail is paved and well-marked, and it has a wonderful payoff of 2 stunning aqua green lakes with cliffs rising above it. Look at this watercolor. I can't handle it. And we saw owls right here, you kind of see, and then sheep. This is amazing. We pulled up to a spot on the side of the road in the We just pulled over to the side of the road in the Kananaskis area, and it's like a large pullout where we can sleep for the night. And I think there's already like 10 vehicles here in this pullout, if I'm counting correctly. So it's definitely a hot spot. So Dylan and I just had dinner. And on the review for this campground, they said that they had fit 17 cars here before. I think we're at 17. I just went out and counted. It's either 17 or 18, but I think you could even fit like 4 or 5 more, which is kind of crazy. We are packed in, but wow.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
We are at the east end of Rundle Trail in the Kananaskis, which is the EEOR trail. It's super popular. So there's tons of cars parked out here. I don't know if you can see that. And there's a technical scramble at the top a little bit. And it rises 2,700 feet in just 1.5 miles. So it's going to be tricky and tough. It's only 3 miles, but we gain 2,700 feet of elevation. Dylan and I are not in the best shape for this, but I'm going to see how it goes. Beginning of the trail. No marker. Not a lot of trail markers, but I have this downloaded on all trails, which you should always do. So I think we're good. 1/4 mile in, already dying. How do you feel, Dill?
Feel good.
You do?
I mean, tired, but we're working on it.
Love the positive attitude.
We don't need no more. Hear the crickets, see the moon.
An hour in, a mile done, 1,000 feet up. This is tiring, but oh my goodness. Taking a quick little trail mix break. We're at, well, I'm at 1.2 miles, which means like it's about either 0.3 to 0.4 to the top, and still 1,500 feet. I look like a tomato.
Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do.
It's taking everything out of me, but oh my gosh. So close. We made it.
Last year you couldn't even hike up here yet.
Made it up to the peak. It is crazy up here. There are 360-degree views. But it was scary getting up here. This might have been one of the hardest hikes we've ever done, but I couldn't believe the views that were all around us. Dylan and I sat here for half an hour, making friends, enjoying the view, and soaking it all in. It was such a big reward from a really hard push. This hike had a ton of scree, which are loose rocks that are really slippery, as well as rock scrambles and just a horribly steep incline. But boy, was it worth it. Dylan's making it down these dead hills like 100 times faster than me, and that's fun. I started to allow myself to kind of slide down the scree, and this really helped for future hikes in Kananaskis. Another great part of this trail was the views of Holling Peak and the lake below, which you can see here. Made it back down in one piece. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we finished the hike. We're dead. It is 4:30. We hiked starting at around noon, a little before. It was 2,800 feet of elevation and 5 miles, so it was more mileage than we had read on all trails.
It was 2,800 in 2.15 miles.
Yeah, it was freaking tiring. Like, that might have been the hardest hike, one of the hardest hikes we've ever done. And we're gonna go reward ourselves with something to eat and drink because we're freaking exhausted. Oh my god. Okay, yesterday we kind of just chilled in bed after we got some food. But we are up. We're going on another difficult hike today. We're just gonna push through. We're doing Reed's Tower in the Kananaskis, and it's another elevation gain of like 2,700 feet or 3,000. Can't remember. We're just gonna do our best. So a lot of these hikes in the Kananaskis aren't marked, so you definitely need to download the All Trails map, which I did. So we're just gonna use that to find our way because it's not very crowded today. There's only like 4 other cars in the parking lot, and they could be on any of the hikes up here. So we might just have it to ourselves. There's a lot more wayfinding on this trail. We've pulled up All Trails like already 3 times, so I'm gonna just keep having it up. Over a mile in, and we have yet to see another person on this trail. Oh, we've got a great view behind us. Holy, oh my gosh. Look, there's Jill, right there. This is a painting. Like, okay, looks like it's time to go up that mountain behind us. This climb up to the top, which had tons of scree and gained 1,000 feet in elevation, was one of the hardest things I've done so far. Even harder than Eeyore, but we took tons of breaks and we made it. We made it up to the summit. There's no one here, it's just us. And oh my goodness, the view at Reed's Tower are insane. I just can't get over it. It was extremely difficult on the last mile, 1,000 feet straight up, but we did it, and I'm proud of us. We have the whole place to ourselves. Dylan, how's it feel?
Feels good. And stressful because we're high up.
Yeah, Dylan doesn't like heights, so this isn't his favorite spot to hang, but it is amazing. Just Dylan way down the mountain and me way up here. Made it past the screen portion of the trail. That's where you go down loose rocks. Did I fall? Yes. Made it down the scree. Dylan didn't eat yet because when he's at heights like that, he can't swallow very well. So we're taking another lunch break, a little lower down with a nice view. Got back from the hike and decided we'd wash off our bodies in the water because they're gross and we aren't getting a shower today. We just did a rinse, and it's actually a longer walk to the car than we thought, but worth it, right Jill? Dylan and I were supposed to go on a very long, challenging hike today, but we woke up and our legs were shot from the last 2 days. So we are just gonna do a little walk around town, get some errands done today, keep it nice and simple. We gave our body 2 days of rest, and now we're hitting our last Kananaskis trail, which we are doing the Yates Mountain trail. It's not supposed to be as hard as the other two. It's supposed to be beautiful, and it's supposed to be a good spring hike, so let's try it out. We are a mile in. We've barely gone up anything. We got 100 feet of elevation, and we're already tired because of our hikes the past couple days. Yates Mountain was a great way to hike off our sore legs because it was fairly moderate, there wasn't any scree, and we got amazing views over the barrier lake. Over the past week, we fell in love with Kananaskis and Canmore, but it was time to move on. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can follow along as we explore more of the Canadian Rockies and finally make our long road trip to Alaska the last frontier.